Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in today's first video to the ECMWF 42-day forecast. Today's first video, so you can look at mean sea level pressure, 500 millibar height, temperature and precipitation anomalies. For the next 6 weeks, it will take us into March, can you believe, with the extended ECMWF. Model, I shall get on that view very shortly. Just say that weekend forecast is on the way. So as always, on Saturday, got your weekend look at and have a 10 to 14 day video update with all of regular features for you later on this afternoon as well. Please smash the like button if you are enjoying our videos. Right, let's get on with this then. So at ECMWF.int, and we're going to begin with the week 1 mean sea level pressure anomaly, which will take us from the 1st through to the 8th of February. So the coming week, we'll have high pressure blocking around Greenland and Iceland over towards Scandinavia, with low pressure across southern and southwestern Europe. Winds, therefore, likely to be coming in from an easterly direction. And it could be pretty cold, and it could be wintry as well in the week ahead, if that's right. This is the 500 millibar height only from the North Pole view down. Again, you can see the blocking over the pole extending down in towards Greenland and North Atlantic. Low pressure underneath it through here. And again, you would not be surprised if we're pulling in cold winds from an east or northeasterly direction. Temperature anomalies from the 1st through to the 8th of February are colder than average across much of Northern Europe. So from the UK and Ireland over Scandinavia, it's cold on average there. Many southern, western, southwestern parts of Europe are looking mild on average, as is the far east and southeast of Europe. But up in the northwest, it's distinctly colder than average. And week 1 precipitation anomaly is also drier than average to the north. So it's like Greenland, Scandinavia. You can see where the blocking is, can't you? Lots of high pressure up here. Lower pressure is down there. And again, bear in mind that there will be precipitation around, especially to more eastern and southern parts of the country. There will be a growing risk of snow with those cold and average temperature anomalies. Right, that's week 1 done. Go through to week 2. So this is going to take us from the 8th to 15th of February. So if anything, the blocking signal gets stronger actually to the north. Big blocking area of high pressure there from Greenland through Iceland, through Norwegian Sea into Scandinavia. Low pressure being pushed far away into the far south of Europe. Winds again coming in from a cold easterly direction, if that is right. The 500 millibar height anomaly, again looking very blocked, blocking right from the top of the North Pole, extending down to Greenland and into the UK as well. You can expect winds to be coming in from a really cold easterly direction. The week 2 temperature anomaly from the 8th to the 15th of February looks like that. So again, just really cold across most parts of Northern Europe, bitterly cold around northwestern Russia into Baltic regions. But even as far west as Ireland and the UK and down into northern France, it's colder than average, solidly colder than average in most parts of Northern Europe in week 2. Southern Europe is a little bit milder, but for Ireland and the UK, a cold month or a cold week would be expected. Week 2 precipitation anomaly looks pretty dry, as you'd expect, with a big blocking area of high pressure around Northern Europe. Most parts of Northern Europe, again, are forecast to be drier than average. But again, bear in mind there will be precipitation around, probably in the form of showers, and you know, any precipitation is likely to be snow. Week 3 mean sea level pressure anomaly looks like that from the 15th to 22nd of February. Blocking weakening, but still there to the northwest, still there around Greenland and Iceland, extending in Scandinavia. Lower pressure perhaps trying to come up from the south a little bit, but still really maintaining winds from a cold east or northeasterly direction in the 3rd week. Mean 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that from the 15th to 22nd of February. Again, blocking centered around Greenland and North Atlantic. Low pressure remains to the south. Jet stream is to the south again, probably bringing winds from an east or northeast direction. Very little change overall in the 500 millibar height anomaly. Temperature anomaly maybe just shows that it's not quite as cold across Ireland and the UK in this period, but really much of Northern Europe still well and truly into the freezer, you know, very cold for most parts of Northern Europe. Over time, we're probably seeing that signal easing ever so slightly, but really up to like the 3rd week of February, there's very little change in the overall pattern. And I would suspect that is still like cold overall, to be honest. And the week 3 precipitation anomaly, again, very little change fundamentally to the pattern. So much of Northern Europe hints anyway at being on the drier than average side, cold and dry up to the 3rd week of February. Further out again, the week of signals we're going to get. This is week 4, which is going to be the 22nd of February to the 1st of March. So the blocking looks like it's going away. Lower pressure perhaps forming across the west of Europe. So this last week of February might start to turn a little bit milder or a little bit less cold as low pressure begins to move up from the south. The blocking begins to weaken. So perhaps turning a bit milder later on in February. The 500 millibar height anomaly. I mean, it could still be cold even now with a trough low pressure over the UK and Western Europe. Still some blocking left over Greenland. Azores High is far away from us around Bermuda as well, so the NAO, the AO still probably negative really, but it might be a bit more unsettled. It might be less cold or milder and more unsettled. You see the cold average temperature is just beginning to fade away a little bit. And the precipitation anomaly may be hinting at going slightly more unsettled, but it's also a very weak signal by this point, of course. Week 5 means the pressure anomaly will be the 1st to the 8th of March. No signal to work with at all there. Week 5, 500 millibar height anomaly. Again, very weak signals. No particular signal to work with. Week 5 temperature anomaly shows no signal as well. I expect the precipitation anomaly will be a similar story. So really, you know, that 1st week of March, very mysterious. I don't think we can draw too many conclusions there. And then week 6 is the 8th to the 15th of March. And again, you know, no signal really. So weeks 5 and 6, first couple of weeks of March, very mysterious what's happening there. So I think the best thing is probably just to leave that whole period alone, to be honest, because the signals are just too weak to draw any conclusions. Right, so that's it then. So it looks like we're in for cold weather through certainly the first half up to the 3rd week of February. Plenty of cold weather to come, plenty of blocking. Late February into March, all getting very mysterious. We may see a bit of a return of Westies and something milder, but to be honest, there's such weak signals there that I would not want to speculate about where that's going at the end of February and into March. But certainly the next 3, probably 4 weeks maybe, are looking cold and blocked, really, with the risk of potentially snow at times, and that's about as much as we can say. It is a very strong signal for weeks 1, 2 and 3 to be cold and blocked through most parts of Northern Europe. Right, we'll be back later on with the week ahead forecast. As always, on a Saturday, I had your weekend look ahead, and that'll be coming up for you around or just after lunch, and then later on this afternoon after that, we'll have 10 to 14 dayer, and we'll see how things are looking in terms of potentially unleashing the beast in February. For this one, though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.